All you ever want to do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real emo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo.
I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke,
Yeah,
real emo.
well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real emo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo.
I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king in apology.
You about to see a new side of me, I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity, no. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony, ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real emo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo.
I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. You really have people fooled out here, don't you?
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
It is actually exhausting being someone who talks about anti-fatness frequently.
Then shut your mouth.
Let's dance.
Tyrannical talk.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Whoa, Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the
sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode, oh my God, I'm out of focus, 24 hundo and 60 dose of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yahoos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everston K2 Flexing on all you beach.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What's going on, famwise? How are we doing? Welcome to the show. It's 2462, Wednesday, February the Schwam, and we are here for an amazing hump day, and my goodness, do we have an amazing swole card to give away today. It's back. It's back. If you know, and some of you are already dropping the hashtag in the comments, if you know, you know. If you're a member, you got the swole text, you know what's going down, and
Because
it's going to be an awesome show. So let's give a nice round of applause for Jeff. Got my first set of clubs yesterday. So glad a wise man suggested starting out with 5 pounds. Abso-fucking-lutely. If you're looking to get into clubs, start very light. Very light. If you're starting with wood clubs, start even lighter. Do like 1 pound, 2 pound. Trust me, go very light. Steel clubs at the most, start with 5 pounds. Trust me, you want to do high reps, hundreds and thousands of repetitions. You want to do a ton of reps. I use the 10-pound club every day, yesterday and the day before, and almost every day I do like 20 minutes straight, about 18, 20 minutes straight of clubbing, underhand and overhand circles. You definitely want to start light. Just put that fucking thing to work. You need to build up the tendons and ligaments and all that. So anyway, good stuff, Jeff. Happy clubbing, everyone. Make sure you check out the Mace and the club programs inside Swolenormous X. Join the fam today, swolenormousx.com. Let's get a little America for the fam. And check out those programs. We got the Swollen Sevens also, all that good stuff in swolenormousx.com. Check out the Fuck Your Resolution specials going on right now. And make sure you hit the like button. We're live everywhere. Make sure you leave us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you listen on Spotify or if you listen on Apple Podcasts, head on over to Spotify too. Make sure you leave us 5 stars if you enjoy the show. If you haven't, it makes a huge, huge fucking difference. Please make sure you do so. It helps tremendously. So hit the like button. Everyone watching on YouTube, let's get another fucking gorilla round and onto the tip. So let's get into that nut. Let's see this card. Let's expose it. I think it's going to be a deliciously beautiful card. What'd you smash today? Drop it in the comments down below. Right now in the live chat. Foul. Put some respect on it, ya boosh. That's what's up. That's a nice card. Look at that beautiful Dick Draft card. Hashtag double D for a chance to win today's Swole card. It is the day of the Dick Draft. So it's been a little bit since we've brought on new members of for the Dick Draft. We need to make sure that these wokies get plowed in order to move our country forward, and move our society forward. All right, so hashtag double D, drop down in the comments down below before we get into the tip and we get into some awesome Swole fan posts. Let's see the Tainty Man. Aww. Very nice. And we do have the church. She's kind of sleepy, but she's there. She's there. I got to fix the camera. I got to anchor that camera better. Anyway, she's there. She's sleeping. The Tainty Man is sleeping. And we're ready for that tip. So let's fucking go. Pooah. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, the greatest man cast in the realm. There's nothing like a sleaze cast. There's nothing like the Daily Swole. Nothing. Period. End of story. First post. Oh my God. We got a great one. Let's kick it off. Fam, you ready for this? We're starting off with a beast one from Brennan.
What's in the box?
Let's go. Here we go. Swole fam post time. I hit the button. Nothing happened. Here we go. All right. Brennan writes, it has been a long while since I posted, and I did have to step away, not because I didn't want to keep going, but I could not look at the food. Y'all, 2 years, almost 2 years since I've had bacon, steak, pork chops, a bloody freaking raw carrot. Oh, what is happening here? Going from a super healthy diet and lifestyle to not being able to consume anything other than liquid and mush. Oh no. So about 3 months in, while still trying to be super healthy and work out, my body just caved. And my doctor had to say, look, you have to consume enough calories and fat to maintain a healthy weight. So that is what I did. And I can say, if I ever see another mushy thing after the next month, I will throat punch someone. Granted, I am still good on the mashed sweet potatoes. To put this in perspective, I joined the Swole fam, lost roughly 30 pounds, got down to my goal weight, and had the muscle I always wanted. Once the ish hit the fan, I think at the point my doctor was like, girl, just do what you have to do. I was down to roughly 110 to 115 pounds. I want to know what happened here. I don't even know if I have the story. Did we read it before or something? Am I forgetting it? What is going on here? If you're watching live, Brendan, we need some context here. We're just talking about eating mush and throat punching. So I'm going to continue because there's a lot more, but what was going on here? There's no context in this story. I appreciate the long post, but what is happening? Okay, I am 5'3", and yes, that is basically my bones. My healthiest with muscle, I fluctuate between 132 and 138. It doesn't sound like much, but it makes a huge difference. Also, going from overweight to deadly underweight is just a mindfuck, along with all the changes in my face, hence having an avatar right now. I am now at a decent weight and will be working on muscle mass when I'm able to go full throttle again. Nick says, didn't she have a gallbladder surgery or something? I don't know. That's why I want some context, because I don't recall. We have a lot of posts that we read that are, kind of similar. We have a lot of members and things like that. So please, if you're writing or maybe this was a thread or part of a thread, but I need context. I need context. I can't just, I don't know what's going on. So please give context. Okay. So short run. Oh, here we go. All right. So now we got it. Okay. I didn't know it was coming. I looked ahead and I didn't see it. It's a small paragraph here. Brendan continues. Okay, so short run, since I posted the whole thing a while ago, there we go. My teeth tried to kill me, and I had to have them all removed. Jesus Christ. I think I do remember this. It was a while ago. Then we found out I have a super small mouth and large bones. Parentheses, insert all the jokes here. I will. Because since you... Oh, Jesus. I think it has been 3 surgeries and 2 years worth of dentist appointments to make it possible for me to have snap-in dentures so that I will be able to comfortably eat. And I only have 1 more month before I can have steak. Oh my God. And lo and behold, Ryan's story just showed up. If you don't know, doing a lot of new videos over on the Swolenormous YouTube channel. Of course, we're posting clips. We're going to post some DWGs now and again, but I'm doing a lot of Swole fam videos, getting back into filming some more YouTube content. So I shared Ryan's story, and I'm going to be doing a lot of these successful, ups and downs, of course, with the Swole fam, doing a lot of Swole fam focused videos. And that's what she's referring to. But it's a great video. If you didn't see it, it's over there on the Swolenormous YouTube channel. Lo and behold, Ryan's story just showed up. I am excited not only to be able to eat again, but be healthy again and be able to look through the group without being super jealous of all the yummy food. I have missed the fam, but I have been lurking. I swear the first real meal I get is going to be bacon-wrapped steak with homemade, homegrown green beans with more bacon and then sweet potatoes topped with bloody freaking bacon. All right, well, that sound closing it out strong. I'm glad you gave the context there, Brendan, because I was like, what the fuck is happening? I thought maybe you had it's definitely some serious surgery, considering, but that is horrible. My teeth tried to kill me. Holy shit. I had to have them all removed. My goodness. My goodness. And Loretta says people forget dental health. I know someone died young because of long-term dental issues. The problem is if you have a lot of cavities, you have a lot of issues with your mouth, there's many different things, but you get a lot of bacteria gets in your bloodstream. You can have heart disease. Dental health is exceptionally important. But of course, it starts with other lifestyle habits, right? It starts with other lifestyle habits, what you're eating. Oh my God. Well, that sounds horrifying, but it sounds like, Brennan, it sounds like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It sounds like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I feel like I want to make a video on that post itself, just because if you're going through something like that, and you see stories like this of what some people are going through, what excuse do you have? Oh, you don't feel like going to the fucking gym today? Oh, you don't feel like
That's
it?
fucking bullshit.
Brennan doesn't have any fucking teeth, had to get them removed and has been eating sludge for like 2 years. So what's your excuse? Oh, you don't feel like training? Oh, you don't feel like making good, healthy food? What's your bullshit fucking excuse, right? Have some gratitude and take advantage of your opportunity to feel great, to eat well, to control your nutrition, right? To have control in your life. We got a post here from Emma. That's a tough follow. But the Swole fam's that amazing that we can follow those posts. So keep it up, Brendan. Keep us posted, and stoked to hear that you're lurking and still focusing on doing better and you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Emma says, hey, I need to reach a certain calorie goal a day doctor recommended. A certain calorie goal a day that a doctor recommended. I'm struggling to hit that. I'm under the recommendations, and the only time I can hit it is when I occasionally eat out. We'll go into this. I'm allergic to something in bread, so my diet choices are low. Incorrect. You actually have a lot of breadth of what you can consume. Bread is processed shit for the most part. I eat a lot of chicken, fish, and nuts, but apparently not enough. Eat some steak and fatty steak and get some butter. So I was wondering if anyone does protein shakes for calories and if there are any suggestions. That's not chocolate or vanilla. I also can't go over 200 milligrams of caffeine. No, nor should anyone really go over 200. You should have a cup of coffee. That's pretty much it earlier in the day so you don't negatively affect your sleep. So calories are not really the important thing. It's about the nutrient density. You want the micronutrients. You need some red meat. You need some steak, some ground beef, eat eggs, butter, tallow, cooking tallow. You get plenty of calories from that. You're eating chicken, fish, and nuts, which is why you're not getting enough calories in, because that's that stuff is filling, but it's not satisfying. You're not getting enough fats. Nuts make me just, you're not getting value from just fucking eating nuts. Unless you're eating a big old burly ball sack, you know what I'm saying?
Because emotional, damn it.
Get some real nutrient dense food. Get some steak, get some fatty cuts of steak, or just cook it in tallow, get some ground beef, put some butter on it, get your calories in from proteins and fats. You just need some more nutrient dense food. It just sounds like you're eating very, very lean, which is going to be very challenging. Fat, in terms of calories per gram, you're getting double from protein or carbohydrates. So protein and fat, add more fat and you'll get in plenty of more calories. All right. Just my thoughts there. We wish you the best, Emma. Follow up and give us some updates. Jessica, I'm amazed how much my muscle composition and energy has increased since I went back to eating meat. That's what I'm going to break this button today. Jessica's enjoying that meat. After 12 years without it, I didn't know what to expect, but I'm feeling better each day. I can see and feel the difference in my ability to build muscle. I thought I was eating my protein because I went out of my way to eat a bunch of it as a vegetarian, but the source really matters. The nuts and such just weren't doing it. Interesting how I was just railing on nuts. We were just talking about nuts in the last post from Emma. I'm lucky I ate eggs, or I would have been more malnourished. So, Jessica, thank you so much for sharing. It's important. Nutrient density is very, very important. Lacey writes, I don't care if I have to go jog around my backyard tomorrow. I'm doing something. I tried to do some stretching and mobility today and didn't get very far. I'm done with this shit. What is happening? Lacey is getting cranky. What's going on with Lacey?
Come on, stop whining.
Lacey, are you here right now? Lacey's raging. She's been raging lately. Lacey's been like talking about like binge eating junk food, but she's like, I haven't. Lacey's been cranky lately. What's going on with Lacey? What's going on, Lacey? Have you not been able to lift like heavy enough shit lately? And you're just getting cranky? What's going on? What's my Lacey update? Oh, she's been sick. Oh, that's why. Brandon in the Telegram chat says Lacey's been sick. That makes sense. I don't care if I have to go jog around my backyard. I'm doing something. Yeah, so Lacey's not under the weather. Gotcha. That makes sense. That's what I'm saying. She hasn't been able to lift heavy shit. She's pissed off. Yep, sounds about right. Sounds about right. She's been under the weather, so she hasn't been able to train hard, so she's fucking pissed and over it. Yep, sounds like Lacey. All right, Lauren says, hey fam, I just celebrated my 40th birthday in Vegas. Happy birthday. While there, I did several climbs on the same rock wall I climbed with my family at 21. It was even easier this time around. Time to hit the gym and work on making 40 the fittest year yet. Let's fucking go. Very exciting. I am turning 40 this year as well. How do I look for 40? You can't tell. You thought I was 25. Oh, stop. Oh, stop.
We choose truth over facts.
Stop. You're making me blush. 40. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. That's awesome, Lauren. It's great to look back and be like, oh my God, when I was 21, I could barely do it. And now 20 years later, you're feeling fucking awesome. Cassie, dude, if I don't lift heavy for a few days, I turn into such an ornery. Oh, ornery. I think it's O-N-R-Y or something. The spelling. Ornery bitch. Nice. Awesome. Someone just call me the old man, Michael. The old man. Jeez.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Old man. All right, let's take some questions. I'll give you a chance to start getting into it. If you have a question, drop in the comments below. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. If you want to call into the show, make sure you head on over to AskPapaSwolio.com to do so. You can do so at any time. We'll get to it in an upcoming episode. So links are in the show notes below. AskPapaSwolio.com. And you can submit your question. Before we move forward, we do have some awesome other designs. If you missed it, we got some new stuff, and we're actually doing a bunch of page updates. You'll probably see later today on papaswolio.com. Swole, brand new design. Use code Daily Swole for 10% off. If you like the show,
the danger.
Breaking Bad, we also have the Breaking Swole design. And these are all new designs over there at papaswolio.com. Why can't I scroll here? Okay, that was the other window. We also have Go to the Fucking Gym and Beyond. We have Depth Vader, GTTFG, the college design. I'm just going to scroll through these and not read them all the time. But we have a lot of new designs over there. If you're watching the show, you'll see them. Jim Riz, GTTFG, Friends Design. Bunch of new ones over there. papaswolio.com. Use code Daily Swole for 10% off. Check that out for all the merch. We also have, if you're thinking about joining the fam, of course, memberships are over there at swolenormousx.com. But if you're interested in a yoga pack or a mobility pack, we're offering some little packs that are available over there at papaswolio.com. So you can check that out as well. We got ringtones, we have flags, mugs, hats, tons of stuff. So go check it out. Okie dokie. Let's get into some questions. I'm very excited. Let's see. Grandpa Swolio. Grandpa Swolio. God damn it. Loretta, I guess you're in your early 30s, Papa. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. It's also the beard too. So when you're younger, the beard makes you look older. And then if I get older, like if I just shave the beard today, people be like, holy shit, you look younger. So yeah, I'm fine. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm totally fine. The year doesn't matter. So right now, what? I'm just going to call myself 39 until all of a sudden that date on the calendar. And then I'm just going to, the sun's going to rise one day and now I'm 40 and psychologically it's going to fuck me up forever. No, nothing's going to change. I might as well be technically 40 today. I feel great. I feel fucking awesome. I'm lifting, I'm training, I'm taking care of myself to stay young. I feel great. Or stay young and stay vibrant. I mean, you're not going to stay young forever, but chronological and biological age is a real thing. Chronological, not going to stop. Biological, you can rewind. And I'm more muscular. I'm leaner. I feel better. My joints, everything's better than what it was 10 years ago, which is great. So progress. Bao says you look better than most people I know who are still in their late 20s. Well, we see this a lot from fat activists and people that are trying to justify obesity and terrible habits. And they're in their 20s or they're in college and their skin and they just look bloated and it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. A lot of people are just trashing themselves. All right, let's get into first call. Oh, we got one from Philippe. Philippe, you're on the Sleazecast.
Why going to gym is so important to you?
Why is going to gym so important to me? Or is why going to the gym so important for me or for you? And why do I care? But for me, it's because training, putting myself through challenges, building muscle, it's a foundation for health. It's a foundation for longevity. It's a foundation for being human. You're supposed to move. You're supposed to be lifting things. You're supposed to be challenging yourself. And especially in today's nerfed culture and nerfed society, you have to challenge yourself. How many ways are you going to challenge yourself? Just sit there in a cubicle and think? You're supposed to do physical work. Humans are supposed to do physical work and physical labor. So you get a lot of that internal tension. You get a lot of that internal frustration, like that physical angst that a lot of people don't realize that they have. You start noticing it more when you train regularly, but it's a wonderful feeling. And not only does it benefit your health, but psychologically is how you develop as a person. Put yourself through difficult shit. Good question, I guess. We don't get that question often. It's like, well, how come you care? I haven't gotten that question in a bit, strangely enough. Or maybe I have, and in the past, sometimes you'll ask a silly question and I'll just be in a mood where I'm like, go fuck yourself. And I'll hit a soundboard and be like, stupid question, or I'll skip it. And sometimes I'll feel like answering it. So today you got an answer. Tome, Papa Swolio, thanks for the service. You're welcome. Please talk creatine, carbs, mass gainer, protein shakes. That's a big question, but creatine's great. Mass gainers are shit. Protein shakes, for the most part, are shit. They don't replace proper nutrition, but if you're getting grass-fed whey isolate or a beef protein isolate, something that's high quality, you're just not getting all the micronutrients that you're getting from actual food sources. So you can do a lot of this just by eating better food, and don't look to supplements without getting the foundation from whole foods. Whole food sources. I'm not saying the supermarket Whole Foods, but whole food sources are a better place. Start there. And if you're going to go for a protein, go for the highest quality, grass-fed, whey protein isolate, unflavored, stuff like that. If you have a follow-up, you can go into that. Let's see. Carson, Papa Swole, as a bigger guy, some of the yoga poses in Swolga are hurting my wrists. Can I do anything to prevent injury or just work through it? Unfortunately, I don't have any bats or maces yet. Well, there's some good news. If you want to get a club, I would start with a club before you get a mace. Clubs on Amazon are cheap. You can get 3 pounds. You can get a 5-pound single club for like $20-$30 on Amazon. So that's a great option. That will help tremendously your wrists and your forearm, because you could do spins, you could do all sorts of stuff, wrist rolls and things like that that are fantastic. It just might be your form. You could also get a TheraBar. That's great for your forearms. It's great for dexterity. You get those different gel circles that you can like put your fingers in and open to strengthen your extensors. But I would warm up your wrists a little bit more. I would do some wrist rolls. I would get a bucket of rice. These are things that are inexpensive. You can get a bucket, 5-gallon bucket, maybe $5 or something like that. A Home Depot or something like that, Lowe's, whatever. You have a bucket, and get like 20 pounds of rice, pour it in, and just open and strengthen your wrist that way. So a bucket of rice is one of the best things for forearm strengthening, because it's inexpensive, and you can move in any different direction. You can move your fingers, you could bend, you can squeeze and twist, you can open and twist in both directions, and you could practice that. And it's also probably because it could be your mat too. If you're practicing yoga or Swolga, if you have a big, soft, fluffy mat, your hands are going to sink in too much. I hate those styles of mats personally. I like the thinner ones, but I would just push more into your finger and your thumb A lot of times people are just driving the heels of their hands in, and that's why it's adding pressure to your wrist. You might also want to use push-up handles or get yoga blocks. You can do that too, which certain poses you might be able to hold and it'll take pressure off your wrists. Just some thoughts. Okay, let's see. P Freakable, you will look hella cool when you turn into Grandpa Swole. You're like a jacked Santa Claus. My grandfather on my mom's side, so usually it's your mom's father where you have the hair genetics, right? He had just white, big beard, white hair. So fuck, when I get older, I'm just gonna have white fucking hair. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be fucking epic. It could be intense. It could be very intense. P Freakable, do you care about getting in 10,000 steps? No. Going for walks and stuff is fine, but like 10,000 steps is an arbitrary number. It's kind of nonsensical. There are many ways to do cardio. There are many ways to get exercise. You don't have 10,000 steps is just, it's an arbitrary number. I'm not sure where that came from or why it's popular or why people think that that's, the thing is people spend way too much time trying to get 10,000 steps rather than fucking doing 15 or 20 minutes of kettlebell work or weight training that would get them 100 times the benefit. That's a lot of time. Walking is great, but 10,000 steps is just, I mean, that's a lot of time that people a lot of times focus on or bias towards that because they're watch and they get this obsessive, like I need to hit that number rather than taking the time to lift weights. And then they'll complain about not having enough time to work out. I gotta get my steps in. Fuck your steps. Go lift some weights and then go for a nice little walk. Cerny, white beards are awesome. You should see mine. Holy fucking shit.
What's in the box?
Wow. Inconceivable!
Hooah. That I cannot unsee. All right, Tome. When and how do you suggest using creatine? Just take like 5 grams after you work out, something like that. Just follow the instructions. You don't need to load. Creatine's cheap. It's very studied. You'll be fine. 3 to 5 grams if you're a female, maybe 3 if you're a man. 5. Depends how much muscle mass you have. You maybe want to go a little bit more, like 7.5. Depends. All right, let's see. Let's take another call. From Ryan. Ryan, you're on the Sleazecast.
So I'm relatively young, right? Like I'm a teenager. I just turned 13. So I just got a question. Like, is it too early for me to really start weightlifting? Because, you know, for a while I found it hard to put on mass. I've been training for like, I want to say 6 months. I haven't seen a lot of benefits. I might be doing something wrong, but just let me know. Thanks.
Well, thanks for the call. Yeah, 13. Most 13-year-olds aren't thinking like this. So one, you're growing very fast. Your metabolism is very high. You're 13. You're going through puberty or finishing or whatever. So it's going to be hard for you to put on size and muscle. Like your body's focusing on building bone density and all these things. Its priority is not for you to get bulking, like, you know, build a ton of muscle. It's still developing organs and all that stuff. So that's why you're struggling to put on that size. What age to start lifting intensely? You're at a perfect age to learn how to do it properly. I would just be very mindful of the volume and the overload. You don't want to do a ton of volume. You don't want to do a ton of stuff to failure. You don't want to be doing tons of overload because, you know, at 13, like, are you really going to, honestly, at 13, are you at a risk of causing joint damage? Not really. Not as much as when you're like 9 or 10, lifting really young. But you still should not be training super high volume and super intense and going super, super fucking heavy. You have to just be very mindful. You have to learn how to do it properly. So you could definitely lift weights, but your coordination is still building. Your body is still developing. And, make sure, just be learning on these habits, getting quality sleep. I know a lot of your friends and people at school and sleep is not the thing that it's not cool to sleep. You're stressing out too much on social media too often. You're not focused on eating quality foods. You're eating all sorts of shit. I mean, if you get these habits down now, it's going to set you up for making a lot of progress. And I think you're in a great place. I think yoga is fantastic. Might not seem cool, but it is. It's fucking great. It's amazing. So making sure that you learn proper form and start there and be patient. It's going to be very hard to bulk, especially eating quality foods at that age, just because of your metabolism and, what your body is actually going through. So just be mindful of the volume, but basic strength training is, in my opinion, perfectly fine. Pushing to try to pack on as much mass as possible, doing a ton of volume. You don't want to cause tons of stress to like the growth plates and things like that. Because remember, some people have these growth spurts later on in life. Some people go to college and then grow. People can still grow when they're 18, 19. You could have growth spurts. Let's see. Green Trolley, Papa Solia. I fell over laughing in Sunday school when I learned that Hebrews 12:12 in the Bible says, strengthen your feeble arms and weak knees. Did you know go to the fucking gym was biblical? They call me Swozes for a reason. That's what I'm fucking talking about, baby.
He's heating up!
Yow. Yow. Let my gains, let my people go. Let them go to the fucking gym. You do realize that's why Swoles has actually parted the Red Sea. It's to fucking let his people go to the fucking gym. It was a flood and the gym was on the other side. How can we get there? How can we get there? Now you can go to the fucking gym. Let my people lift. That's going to be a shirt. It's going to be me like this, parting big fucking sea. Is going to say, let my people lift. That's right. That's right. All right. It is biblical. All right, let's see. That was Ryan. Great call. Let's do another one. Svetlana. Great name.
Hi, I speak Bulgarian, and this is how you say go to the fucking gym in Bulgarian. Върви до шибания fitness.
I could listen to that 1,000 times and be like, fitness. So I need to see it visually, and I need it slower and then faster. That's what she said. I need like it very slow. So people are like, wow, Spanish. And I see in the comments, it's actually going super viral. The Spanish, ve al puto gimnasio. And that's because I speak very good Spanish. And I'm not saying I'm fluent anymore. I mean, I studied all through school. I live in Miami. I mean, I can understand and have a conversation for the most part. I haven't practiced regularly, but so it was pretty easy. It's as easy. I was like, not a big deal. But Bulgarian, I have no idea what you just said. I need it broken down. I need it like in pieces, because if I'm going to say it, I need it to hit home. I don't want people like, no, that's not how you say it. Oh, that accent sucks. Like, it's going to be good. It's got to be good. I appreciate that, Svetlana. I just need it. I need it. I need it broken down. Let's see. Nick, do you think women that falsely accuse men of gym creeping should be permabanned from every gym? It seems to be a growing trend with zero consequences. Falsely accuse men of gym creeping? I think a lot of that's opinion. So, I mean, it should be permabanned from every gym? No. How would you do that anyway? You can't go to any gym. A growing trend with zero consequences. I just think it's silly. I think if anything, just don't allow, I don't necessarily agree with don't allow filming in the gym, because how would I have gotten content and stuff at the beginning? But I also was thinking, okay, maybe you only allow filming in the gym from this time to this time, but what if you can't make it at that time? I don't know. Maybe in general. I think it's probably better as a net to not allow filming in the gym, but at the same time, people film in the gym. I just think when you have a tripod and all that stuff, I used to do some of that stuff, but I used to make it very, very subtle. So I used to have a little tiny camera and I have a little magnet. So I'd just stick it to a machine. I wouldn't have a fucking tripod and stuff. I've done that now and again, but it allowed me to film a lot of content and stuff for the 90-day dash and things like that I did at a gym. So I don't know, maybe they should get, I think it depends on the situation. Falsely accuse men of gym creeping. I just don't think you should be posting this shit online. I don't understand why you would. If something happens, if someone's like looking at you, confront them or have a conversation or talk to the manager there. You don't need to post it online and be like, he's a creeper. That I think is just fucking stupid. People are stupid though, so I'm not shocked. Lady, I was advised by a nutrition coach to add fatty or protein sources to my diet. I'm new to the meat game. That's what she said. Yeah.
Emotional damage.
I'm new to the meat game after 10 years vegan. Oh, welcome back to reality. So what are good types to look for? All right, well, fatty or protein, in other words, you just need more fat. So, of course, ribeyes, New York strip has like good connective tissue, but they're more expensive. So what you can do is make sure you're cooking in beef tallow or butter. You'll get a lot of fat from there. So whole eggs, grass-fed butter or ghee, beef tallow, you're getting tons of great fats. With that, of course, fattier cuts like ribeye. There are other fatty cuts, I guess, but I don't even know what the other fatty cuts are. I mean, pretty much ribeyes are going to be like the fattiest cut you'll get. So you're going to just add fat to your cooking. How are you cooking already? But ribeye is steak of the gods. Shocker that the best cuts of steak are the most expensive. They want to give you this lean meat. It's like, oh, how come this meat's so expensive? Because it's better. They'll charge more. They can make more because ribeyes are fucking amazing. Steven, Papa Solio, going to start weight training on my 3 days of work. 3 days off work. Wanting to build muscle. What kind of reps and volume would be most effective or beneficial? Do one of the programs. Check out Swole Season. Check out, what kind of reps and volume? Come on, man. What kind of reps and volume you want to do depends on your experience. 3 days off of work. Are you training other days than that? 3 days is the bare minimum, I would say. But, you have to build up volume depending on where you're starting from. So reps and volume, it's arbitrary. You want to push towards failure, but it depends on your experience, and volume depends on your experience. So it's a very vague question. It's very general. It's very specific to an individual. Guy, any yoga you specifically recommend or any sorts of programs or teachers you use? Yes, I do the yoga inside Swolenormous X. We also have Swolga classes and mobility classes. So if you're interested, check us out, swolenormousx.com. We're coming up on 300 yoga classes. We have every category from beginner to advanced, prenatal, postnatal, chair yoga. We have recovery flows. We have vinyasa. We have yin. We have everything. So that's what I do. Put on your TV, boom. Or your phone. Oh, totally would. Let my people lift. Goddamn right. Goddamn right. Okay. Scrolling. Let's see. Lady Hawk, I've been curious about ghee, but I have an A1 casein allergy. It's apparently lactose and casein free. I just don't want to get myself sick. My allergic reactions are rough. Well, if you have raw dairy, a lot of people don't have issues with raw. It's because of the imbalance. And pretty much you're drinking like just sugar water if you're getting pasteurized milk. It's not nutritionally beneficial like raw dairy is. You could also go into goat. You can get raw goat dairy or just goat. Goat milk is A2. And you can also find A2 raw dairy as well. So there are cows that are A2 casein. And I would also do, I make kefir because I'll have maybe some issues. Kefir breaks down if you're making your own kefir, fermented milk. Champagne de milk, you're breaking down the lactose. So if you have lactose issues, casein, kefir can be a non-issue. So I use A2 milk, and I use raw A2 milk and then make kefir out of it. But goat milk is A2 as well. So is camel, if you have access to camel milk, but goat milk is more popular. And raw milk is always the way to go. And you can go to realmilk.com and find a lot of raw milk sources. Then a lot of times people, they'll have cow milk and they'll have goat milk. Pretty common to have both. Let's see here. Let's see. Logan, good question. How do you steal a squat rack when they're filled up and I need these leg gains? Do legs with other things. Do walking lunges. Do Bulgarian split squats. Do dumbbell RDLs. Do, let's see. Do goblet squats. Do sissy squats. You don't need a squat rack to build big legs. Let's see. Derek, how much magnesium gluconate? I think you mean glycinate. GLY. I think there might be a gluconate too, but glycinate is what I use. How much magnesium glycinate? I'm just going to rephrase that. Should I take? I got the powder off the Amazon page. I would start with less and see how it goes. I would just start with like 200, 250, just see how you feel. I mean, I get some in my electrolytes. I usually take like 500, 600 or so before bed, but I would start less. Whenever you're doing a supplement, start less and then see how you feel. Start with like 200 or 250, start with half. And then if you feel good, try a little bit more, then try a little bit more. Just make sure you get like a micro scale because you have to weigh it. If it's a powder, you have to weigh it because it's not that much. So you have to weigh it. I don't know if I have the micro scale on there, but you can get one of those little tiny scales that measures like the 1,000th or the 100th of the gram. All right. So, good stuff. Oh, yeah. Let's move into the balls deep. Balls deep, Beaches. All right.
That's deep.
All right. Let's get into some balls deep. If you do have a question that didn't get answered or you want to call in for tomorrow's show, tomorrow is February the Dose. Go to askpapasolio.com and call in for your question tomorrow. Of course, you can ask live, but if you think you might miss the show, make sure you go and call in. So there's this article on Daily Mail that I thought was silly because of just the underreporting. So it says 1 in 8 U.S. adults are addicted to highly processed food, national survey suggests. So take this quiz to see if you are an addict. All right, first off, 1 in 8 U.S. adults are addicted to highly processed food.
That's fucking bullshit.
You might want to multiply that by like 5 or 6. I think that's complete fucking nonsense. Of course, my standards for what people are addicted to and people's terrible habits aren't the norm, but get the fuck out of here if you think 1 in 8 are addicted to highly processed food. 1 in 8, give me a fucking break. Maybe 7 out of 8, I would say. Honestly, I would say 7 out of 8. Easily 6 out of 8. Not a question. Get the fuck out of here. It found that 13% of adults aged 50 to 80. The fuck? Where did you do this survey at a nursing home? Exhibit signs of food addiction. 13%, including physical withdrawals, eating more than planned, and inability to cut back. Why are we talking about elderly Americans? Okay. I thought this was kind of funny. I don't really want to go into this too much more. Do we have the question? Let's see here. Oh, we didn't have the quiz here. I thought that was funny. I don't want to read anymore. Let's do this one. Wait. There's a silly, kind of a weird range. 13% met criteria for an addiction to highly processed food in the past year. 44% indicated one or more symptoms of addiction to highly processed food. All right, that makes a little bit more sense. The criteria for an addiction. So I guess you need a few things to technically be an addiction. But I think most people, when you do a survey, especially for something that someone knows that's not good for them, they're going to underreport. Like, these surveys are really not accurate. It's very hard to do nutritional surveys and nutritional research. Let's just put it this way. People are fat as fuck, and it's much worse than that. Let's just be real. Okay. This was ridiculous.
What's in the box?
Check this out from Libs of Shit Talk. Some sick fucking shit going on in this world, fam. All right. This is going to be, we're going to do more content on this. You'll see. From Libs of TikTok on Twitter, the Sims game announced a new update which has the option to make a teen character non-binary or transgender by giving them double mastectomy scars and chest binders. All right, boycott this fucking game.
What the fuck is that?
That's disgusting. I don't care what your feelings are about that. That's disgusting. That's fucking sick. The Sims is advertised for ages 12 plus. They're teaching young, healthy girls that it's okay to chop off their breasts, which it's not. That's some sick, disgusting shit. A base game update is here with new content, including medical wearables, binders, shapewear, a light switch, and more, including bug fixes and console game improvements. Top surgery scar. Under the same body category, all players can find a body scars category with an option for teen and older male Sims, masculine or feminine frame, to add a top surgery scar to their Sims. Yeah, for one thing, who plays Sims? Who is playing Sims in 2023? I honestly didn't even know this game existed still. This is surprising. So I don't know how much this actually affects people, because who the fuck is playing this game? The Sims were like SimCity, like 2000. Like literally, you got to go back 20 years to make this fucking relevant. Just saying. It's like the Oregon Trail days. You could have like all right. Let's see. Binders and shapewear. With this update, players can find 2 new assets in Create a Sim. Under the tanks in the tops category, you'll find a binder top asset for your teen and older Sims. Wow, great. In the underwear category for bottoms, there's a new shapewear asset for your Sims as well. Sick, twisted shit. Sick and twisted shit. So now we're projecting people's mental disorders into video games as if it's fucking normal. Like, hey, I have a top scar. That's not a flex, by the way. Some people have to have mastectomies because of breast cancer and stuff like that. Some people choose to cut off their tits. That's a very personal choice and should be made as an adult when you are able to maybe think clearly about life-changing decisions like that. Sick shit. Sick fucking shit. Objectively sick shit. Sick fucking shit. I gotta send that to someone. It's fucking ridiculous. This world's ridiculous. All right. Scary. Creepy. That being said, let's get rid of all of that. It feels so good to delete these stories from my folder. All right. We want to do videos in the order of mental issues. We want to ramp up. We want to peak at the end. So let's see. Let's do this one first. This is a stitch. 90% of people gain the weight back. So this is a stupid thing where it's like 95% of diets fail. Silly rabbit.
What's in the box?
Don't eat paint chips.
So this is just simply not true. You are not eating nothing on your feet all day and gaining weight.
So actually everything that she said in this video was wrong.
What the fuck? Is that a voice? Yeah, oh God. You don't even know anymore. Yeah, you're not eating nothing. You're not getting fat from air. That's a fact, so shut up.
Let me tell you what. I'm autistic and I'm about to unmask, so don't take this as aggressive.
Okay, I'm not playing this video. What the fuck? I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it. I'm not listening to something like that. That's incoherent. Let's move right along. So let's get a nice round of applause.
You switch the samples.
I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Like, look, if you're going to, even in the folder, if there's a video where it's like, I'm pissed off that was actually in the folder. That's a waste of my time. I'm not playing that stupid shit. Okay. This is called fat is an adjective. Fat is just an adjective.
What's in the box?
For yo chunky booty. Let's see here. Okay.
You are right about one thing. I am packed with love, but I am fat, babes. Like.
Yep.
Like.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I am.
It's a bee belly.
But here's the thing. When I call myself fat, I am not insulting myself. I don't mean it as a negative thing.
Okay, that's fine. Your pancreas disagrees, but so now we're going to try to change the word from what it means. What it means is you're not healthy. It means that your endocrine system is struggling. It means that there are a lot of things wrong with lifestyle habits. So yeah, it's not positive or negative. It just is what it is. So I don't disagree.
I'm fat and I'm beautiful. I'm fat.
Very subjective. And here's the thing. It's very subjective, but at the same time, you can tell yourself whatever, but you are making yourself less attractive to the opposite sex. Just saying. Just saying. Most people are not going to be attracted to you or think you're beautiful. And that's not me being rude. That's just the reality of the situation. So again, confidence is great. Loving yourself is great, but I don't agree with this. I love myself, but then I'm going to not change because it's easier to not change and just delude myself into loving and thinking I'm beautiful. That only goes so far. It's important to love and respect yourself, but that doesn't mean that you're apathetic about healthy lifestyle habits.
And I'm sexy. I'm fat and I'm confident.
Confidence and delusional is a tightrope. It's a tightrope. Just saying. You're playing a very subjective game that might leave you very, very unhappy in the near future.
It's just an adjective, like how you would call somebody tall or thin or short.
Some things can't be changed. You can't change your height, but you can change your width.
I'm fat, but I'm also a bunch of other things. Fat is not a bad word. Fat is not a bad thing. And I know that's hard because we've been taught that fat is the worst thing you can be. So when someone calls...
No one's ever says fat is the worst thing you can be. You could be a stupid fucking idiot. That's much worse than being fat. Oftentimes being fat and being a stupid fucking idiot coincide, so it makes it worse by result. People don't say fat's the worst thing you can be. I've never heard anyone say that. I've never heard anyone say that except people that have low self-esteem.
Themselves fat, you think that they're putting themselves down. But a lot of plus size people have reclaimed that word to take its power away.
All right, this is not the N word. I mean, I don't know, reclaiming the word to take its power away. It doesn't change reality. Stop changing language. It's not changing your endocrine system. It's not changing the toxins that your fat cells are generating and storing. It's not changing the endocrine disruption as a result of having excessive amounts of body fat. So you can take whatever power back. You can tell yourself that it's wonderful. It doesn't change reality.
We're fat, but we're also happy and beautiful and confident and sexy. And all those.
I'm going to keep on pausing you because I call bullshit. We're fat. We're also sexy. We're beautiful. We're this. You do realize that's subjective. And beauty and sexy is not your opinion. It's someone else's. And I'm not saying this to be rude, but I am saying it. Whether you like it or not, I'm willing to say something that you might not like. That's not up to you to decide. And I think you're going to be disappointed when you recognize that, or the denial is real. You could say whatever you want. That's not going to make someone attracted to you unless they have a fetish, which a lot of people do. Okay.
Things. Fat isn't bad. I know your intentions were pure, but I promise when I call myself fat, I'm not being mean to myself. It's just I am. I'm fat, and that's okay.
Yeah. It's okay by what standard? It's easier to say I'm fat and that's okay. I'm fat, I'm beautiful, I'm sexy. It's easier to change your perception of these things and tell yourself that over and over again. And I do hope you care about yourself, but pretty objectively, if you care about yourself and you love yourself, it should be coinciding with lifestyle habits that will map to that. It's like it's like telling someone that you love them and abusing them. The words stop meaning that because the actions don't match. So you're not taking care of yourself. Just telling yourself that you love yourself and that you're beautiful doesn't make it so. Again, it's other people's opinions. The more you tell yourself that, you might be disappointed. You might be disappointed. Okay. Wish you the best. Hopefully you start taking better care of yourself instead of being apathetic and lying to yourself. It's anyone that's really honest would never say that. If you're really being honest, how many of you have been obese and you weren't happy? Who the fuck is happy being just obese? It's not comfortable. I know what it's like to be heavier. I was a lot more when I was trying to pack on size. I put on way too much body fat. I did it. It was my act. I won't say it was my intention, but I was paying too much attention to the scale, trying to put on size and overeating in order to put on as much mass as possible. And I got pretty fat, like by my standards, but it wasn't, I was lifting heavy. I was eating big. So it wasn't like I just ate myself and I wasn't doing shit, but I was trying to bulk. And it was definitely not clean. I was definitely having terrible, it wasn't working out well. But it's not comfortable. Being fat is not comfortable. No one's out there really being proud of it. It's just easier to say that you're proud of it and get attention. And, oh, you're such a brave person. You're so brave. Are you really? This bravery shit is sickening. You're not brave for eating yourself into morbidity. That's not bravery. Oh, you ate too much cake. Oh, you're so brave for pretending like you're beautiful. You think you're beautiful? Oh, it's so brave. This isn't a tea party. You can't just bring like, hey, I'm having, tea with unicorns when you're 3 years old. You're just making things up. It's not bravery to wear a swimsuit when you're 450 pounds. That's not bravery. That's not bravery. It's you being very unhealthy, but still trying to live your life. It's just not brave. It's not bravery. Maybe it's like shamelessness, but it's not bravery. Okay, last one. And then we got a dick draft. We seriously need a fucking dick draft. We need it. We need a dick draft today. My goodness, we need a dick draft. Someone, please inseminate, spread the seed far and wide. We need to bring some reality. We need to bring some logic back to our world. This is horrifying. Just by the screenshot, it's fucking terrifying. This is called they pronouns. So we have some real mental disorder going on right here. Serious issues. They pronouns. You might say, what the hell are you talking about? No one knows. Here we go.
So I've been getting this question more and more about my pronouns. Basically, you just use them as they, but instead of the TH, it's a V. So they, them, their, themself. Or if that's still a little bit confusing, here's like the example of every form of it in a sentence.
They write to themself in their book, it belongs to them. No, that's retarded.
I see this like sentence example thing a lot for most pronouns.
It's
it's
how actual pronouns are used. It's called grammar and language. Making up shit is just gibberish. It's like when you're a child and you make up your own language and you have little code words and stuff. It doesn't make it part of, no one's using your made up nonsense.
That's not too confusing.
Yeah, it's exceptionally confusing. So enjoy your little bubble in which you live. But when you're ready to come back to reality, we're more than happy to call you, I don't know, whatever it is. Goths today are really, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Jesus Christ. This is why pharmaceutical drugs are so dangerous. This is why sunlight is so important in real fucking food. And going to the fucking gym, training yourself, putting yourself through rigor and challenges, so fucking important. Looks like the singer from Green Day. American Idiot. All right, let's give away today's Swole card. We got the little church. We have the Tainty Man. Very nice. Yeah, we got that. We got the
no medication except my fucking antidepressants.
All right, fam. Let's give away this dick draft card. Here we fucking. All right, we need to draft someone who's ready to do some piping. Who's ready to pipe? Come on, who's ready to lay some dick? Oh my God, Tome Pajmakoski, Dick Draft, congratulations. Oh my God, get ready to wield that purple people eater. Let's fucking go. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2460 dose. And thank you so much for your service. Thank you for your service. Oh my God.
Fart in your general direction.
Sit! 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 Shut up, bitch!
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
All right, fam, make sure you check out those new designs over there at papaswirlio.com. Check them all out. Call in for tomorrow's show, askpapaswolio.com. We got another great episode mañana.
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives.
Oh, yeah.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Go be smart today, fam.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Shampoo my crotch.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these right in your stomach.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really, it's your face.
Dodson! Dodson! We've got Dodson here!
Here we go. Oh my God, that's a fucking anaconda. Coast to coast. Nailed it again. Absolute perfect execution, as if you had any fucking doubt. As if you had any doubt. All right, join the Swole fam today, swolenormousx.com. Let me crank up this hog and make sure that you leave us a review. Hit that like button on the way out. Thumbs up, beaches. Share the knowledge cock with your friends and family. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, anywhere you bang your ear holes. Remember, on Spotify, you can watch the video too as well. You can do the Q&A, the poll in the app. It's pretty fun. And of course, we'll be back here tomorrow, but join us. When you join the Swole fam, you get access to all the training content. But of course, Swole Text, you get notified before we go live, and it's a great little addition because YouTube doesn't let you know when to go live, but we are here every single day, so make sure you're subscribed, and go, if you haven't yet watched the video about Ryan on the Swolenormous YouTube channel, check that out as well. All the links in the show notes down below. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio.
crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans, I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping.